My favorite book ever is Powerless. Now this book, if you guys know anything about it, has gone very, very viral on Book Talk and BookTube. Now Powerless is a book series, with the second one being Reckless and a novella in between, Powerful, which I have all read and loved. Like, I am very obsessed with this book series. And the thing I have been waiting for the most is that a new book comes out in April. It already did. Okay, now I had my exams going on in April and I put myself on a book ban, which never doing again. I am doing again because I have more exams later in the year. But as of now, all I want to do is read, okay? And I've been waiting for this book that came out in April since last year, and when it finally did, I wasn't able to read it. But now, you guys don't understand how excited I am to even have this in my hand. And also, side note, can we just talk about how pretty this cover is? Like, all of these covers. Hold on, this is hard to hold. All of these covers, gorgeous. Lauren, whoever did your book covers, amazing, okay? Literally the prettiest books I've ever seen. Anyways, I am very excited to read this book, okay? And some of my favorite booktubers have recorded their reactions to this, and I haven't seen those videos, but the things that I have seen have made me even more excited to get into this book. So I thought I'd record my reaction to Fearless. Okay, so you know how there's like stars that you rate books and it goes from 1 to 5? Well, in my brain, there is a very special 6 stars that I rate books that are very, very, very special to me, that I love very, very, very much. And this entire book series, all 3 of these, even the novella, I rated all of these 6 stars, all of them. So we're gonna find out what I think about this book, which I'm very excited for. Now, Powerless, which is the very first one in the series, as I said, I rated it 6 stars, and it is my absolute favorite book ever, ever, ever. If you don't know anything about this book, which how can you not, even if you're even a little bit in the book community, this book is about Peyton Gray, who lives in this world of magic. Now, some people in this world have powers who are called the elites, but some people don't have powers and they are called ordinaries. Very self-explanatory. Now, our main character, Peyton here, is an ordinary, which is very common in the fantasy dystopian trope. Now, the Kingdom of Ilya, which this book is set in, has these Hunger Games-esque competitions, and our girl, Peyton, gets chosen to participate in it. And that is basically where this book takes off and what it's about. Now, the next one in the series is Powerful, the novella. And this book takes place during Powerless, but this is about the point of view of Peyton's best friend, Idina, and what she has been up to while Peyton is in the games or whatever, okay? And these 2 characters are completely different, so it is very fun to read about Idina's point of view and how she navigates the entire thing. Although I do have to say that I'm trying not to give spoilers here, but with how Powerless ends, if you've read it before, you know how it ends, and that is translated into this one because you know what's gonna happen if you've read the end of this. So that can be a little sad, but it's still a very fun experience to read this, okay? And then here comes Reckless. What do I even say about this book? Okay, this book takes place right after Powerless ends, so I can't really explain much about this without spoiling Powerless. So if you want to read this, you go ahead, okay? But there will be a spoiler review section at the end of this video where I will talk about these books. But oh my god, this book was originally gonna be a 5 stars for me, okay? Not a special 6 stars. because I just like this one more, where it just sets up everything, and the dynamic between Peyton and Kai in this one, it's amazing. And I do love their dynamic in this one too, but it's just sad. No, it's just sad. So it was originally going to be a 5 stars, but when I read the end, guys, that final sentence, that final line of this book, oh my god, it is a 6 stars purely because of that plot twist. The plot twist in this book, if you don't know, happens on the very final page, in the very last line, and that took me out. Okay, which is why I'm very excited to find out what happens in Fearless. But before that happens, I read these books a while ago. It's been like almost a year since I read these, so I thought I'd give myself a refresher and reread these, which is, it's gonna be heart-wrenching, but we're gonna get through this, okay? Just to give myself a refresher, and so that I can pick out every little detail of this, and while we do this, I'm gonna like annotate, and it's gonna be so much fun. So let's get into it. So I am about to start Powerless, and I'm so excited, and I'm gonna start annotating and everything. And I realized before in the intro of this, I said that Hayden is the main character of this, and yes, she is, but also so is Kai. And I guess in my mind, he's just not a main character. He's like the love interest or something, which that's also true, but he is also one of the main characters because it is dual POV. We get both Peyton and Kai's POVs in the book. So, and we shall begin. Thick hot liquid runs down my arm. Blood. Girl, let me tell you right now, it ain't blood. Okay, y'all, it is a few days later and I am on chapter 13. That is because I haven't gotten enough uninterrupted reading time, so I've just been reading in small increments. So I am on chapter 13, and also I'm realizing that I'm reading this slower because I'm like wanting to take in everything and annotate it and tab it. I'm only on page 95, and this is how much I have tabbed. It's almost every single page. Guys, I have never tabbed a book this much in my entire life. And are you seeing this? This is insane. I wonder how it's gonna look when the entire book is finished and I've tabbed all of it. But this is insane. These aren't even the colors I wanted to use. I just straight up ran out of tabs. So it's, what is this? I just realized that entire clip the camera was falling backwards. Cool. I'm not gonna re-record it. Cool. Also, if you know, I just ended chapter 12, and if you know how chapter 12 ends, I am not ready to finish this and read the other books. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest, I have not read in like more than a week. I fell into a reading slump. I don't want to talk about it, okay? But now I'm about to start reading again, and I'm gonna start from chapter 20, and I'm really excited to get back into it. And now, since I have run out of tabs, I've started using paper clips. This is what we've come to, okay? So we're gonna use paper clips until I go out and get more tabs. Very chaotic. Let's get to it. Also, I went on Instagram this morning and saw this. You mean to tell me there's another novella? I'm gonna scream. Okay? Cool? Are we cool with that? Fearful. I did it. I finished it. guys! I'm recording the audio on my phone because I don't have my mic with me right now, so that's why I'm holding it like this. But you guys, I didn't think that ending would get me again. It did. Look at all these tabs, you guys. How is that? I've never tabbed a book this much in my entire life. What is happening? It's getting stuck in there. Okay. Look at this. This is madness. This is not okay. You guys! Okay. So, the ending. We need to talk about the ending. I've been trying to keep this video spoiler-free the entire time, but that's not gonna happen. So, spoiler warning if you haven't read it. The ending. You guys. I thought the worst part for me was gonna be Adina dying again. It was not. I was fine up until then. I was sad, yes, but I was fine. I made it out. At the very end, when Kai is doing his whole, when I find you again, I will not hesitate, I will not falter, all that, that entire monologue, I was not okay. That reading it the second time was somehow so much worse than reading it for the first time. Because in the first time, I hadn't read Reckless yet. I didn't know what was happening in Reckless. But now that I know that, oh my god. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's just a book. Now, we move on to Powerful. I like sadness, apparently. I swear I have to go through this book again. And if, Mac? What's his name? Oh my god, I don't even remember the dude's name. The MMC in this. Mac, right? What's his full name? Makoto? What's his name? Whatever. If he is not in Fearless, and I have to read this entire thing again, so I have to suffer, I have beef with Lauren Roberts. Okay, I am whispering here because it is 1 a.m. and my family is asleep. But you guys, Max reveals her. I've read this before, okay? I did not remember that. That is a very important plot detail to forget, you guys. He has the same power as Sky. What do you mean? Hello? I mean, they've been throwing in hints that he's hiding something, you know? But I just thought, I don't know. He's a fielder? What is happening here? I am very invested in this for the second time. It is 1 a.m. and I need to sleep. I'll keep you updated. Also, love that this entire shot is just purple. That's my life. Why does everyone in this universe have daddy issues? Guys. Peyton. Kai. Kit. Mac. Why do they all have daddy issues? I mean, it's sad. Really. But Nina is the only one who's okay here, guys. So, as I keep reading, I realized something. I did not remember anything about Mac. I remembered he was a blacksmith. Kind of all. I know what happened up here. I don't know. Okay? Maybe I just blocked out this entire book. But I do remember the scenes though. I just don't remember anything about Mac specifically. Did I just block him out of my memory or what? Well, finished it. I am not okay. Hey, cool. I'm sorry this camera is quivering so much, it's really heavy to hold. You can't hold it. Okay, anyway. I'm not even kidding, I just finished Powerful, like right now. Look at the tabs. Look at, I fear we may have gone a bit overboard. Anyway, I'm about to start Reckless right now, and you guys, I have read Adina's Death 4 times now, and this was somehow the worst time. I read it twice in Powerless and twice in this now. Why I did this to myself, I have no idea, but I am not okay. In the last clip, I said my brain blocked out most of the memories of this book. I'm so very happy it did, and now they're back. So let's move on to Reckless and go through even more pain. Okay guys, so it's been a while, but basically I fell into the worst reading slump of my life, and now it has been 2 months since I've read. I want to talk about it, okay? Let's never do that again. But we're back, and last night I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna read, and maybe I can get through the reading slump. And then I did, and then I had like about 100 pages of Reckless left, and I finished it. You guys, I have so much to talk about, but I don't know how much I can talk about because I don't even know if this is a spoiler-free review anymore. But what I do want to show you guys is this collection of tabs. You guys, this is insane. They just keep growing more and more and more. Like, it started out like, not this one. It started out not horrible, like not too many, and then we lost the plot at some point. And then I finished Reckless last night, and bro, somehow the plot twist, it was a plot twist, it took me out. It was somehow way worse than the first time. Like, the first time I read it, I lost it, okay? But I was fine. I was like, I'm gonna have to wait a year until Fearless comes out, but I was fine. This time, I don't know if it was just reading the poppy field scene again, which a whole nother thing, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I read it, and I couldn't wait. I finished the book and I just couldn't wait. And since I already had Fearless, I started reading it, and I read the prologue and 1 chapter last night, and that chapter, okay, here's the thing. I was so excited to read it, and then I read the first chapter, and we got like Peyton's POV after what Kit says. It's like, it starts off right where Reckless ends, so it's like a direct continuation, and so we get Peyton's thoughts and stuff right after she finds out what Kit plans to do with her. That first chapter, I can't, okay? And we already have tabs in here, okay? We've already started it. But I read the first chapter and I just couldn't anymore. Because if you know how the first chapter of this ends, bro. Also, this is literally a 600-page fantasy book, which is a little stressful and intimidating, but you know what?
I want to do something.
All these pages, and we got through it. Okay. All these pages, and we got through it. So what's 600 more? Then, you know what? I got it. Okay? I couldn't wait, and I got it. But at least now I have, oh my god, this is huge. Wait, hold on, let me fix this. I can't even lift it in one hand anymore. We got the whole series, and oh my god, imagine how these 2 are gonna look tabbed like this. Okay, I'm so excited. Also, I got the white cover, so it would match Powerful. Look at that, that's so cute. I'm so obsessed with these. I don't even know what this is about because I have to read Fearless to know what this is about. But I know it's Kit's story with someone, I have no clue. We'll find out, but I'm so excited. And also, when I got this, I ordered this online, and it's literally, I don't even know what language this is. Focus, camera. I don't even know what language this is, but it's in a different language, but thankfully the inside is in English, so we're okay. Peyton met Mac! I'm so excited about this. Okay, you don't understand. I'm so excited. That's literally what I said when I was reading Powerful, that I really wanted Peyton to meet Mac. And now it's finally happened. I think I just read Reckless so long ago, like more than a year ago, that by this point it's just the events of that book have just been embedded in my brain, and the stuff that's happening in this new one are just feels so unreal. So it is so exciting. They're finally meeting, even though it is very sad, and I really miss Adina. And like Peyton seeing all the decorations Mac and Adina did for her in their little fort, that would be great. But also, is that the only Mac interaction in this book? Because we need more Mac in this. Come on, guys. We need more Mac. Like, they hug and stuff. Is that the only interaction? Because I've been waiting so long for this. That better not be the only interaction. Also, can we talk about how Kai's handwriting is like this pretty, elegant, royal handwriting that I can definitely see the word darling written in, and then Pace is just text. I think that's hilarious to me. I also forgot to mention that I stopped tabbing the books because I realized the reason I was falling into a horrible reading slump, because every time I read I had to annotate it and tab it, which was taking so long. Trust me, I love the final part. Like I am obsessed with the way the previous 3 look when I annotated and tabbed them, but it was just taking so long, and it was just slowing down the reading process, and I just wanted to like keep on reading, but I had to pause and then tab, and it was a whole thing. Okay, so I talked myself into stopping halfway through the series. That was really hard. Okay, that was really hard to have half of it tabbed and annotated and the other half just not, but here we are, and we have definitely gone over the reading slump, and now I have binged it. Now I am so excited to keep reading. Okay, so I know I look insane and this lighting is absolutely horrible, but I was just listening to the audiobook of this, and it got to a point and I was like, I need to record this because what is happening right now is the third trial and Kai is nowhere to be seen and she needs to kill someone. I swear to God, if Kai hops out of somewhere and if Kit makes Peyton and Kai fight to the death, Kit and I are gonna have some words. Oh my God, I just needed to record this because I'm stressed. There's no way they're actually fighting. You're not telling me Kaiser is gonna die. No, he's not. He's not gonna die. He's not. Right? How in the world is Kit making Kai and Peyton fight to the death? This is not happening. One of them is dreaming or something. This is not happening. Not Kai literally burning Peyton to death. Ironic. No. He's not dead. No. This is a dream. I'm telling you, this is a dream. Because Kai is not dead. Did they pull a Twilight? Oh my God, wait. Wait, did they? I don't know what's worse. For a second there, I thought it was actually a dream and I was right. And I was like, did they do that whole scene just to say it was a dream? Like they did that whole fight sequence and then say she was just dreaming, whatever, and they were gonna pull a Twilight. And I got really upset for a second. But then it's not a dream. And I don't know what's worse. Because Kai's still dead, is he? He's alive! I'm trying not to scream right now because people are asleep in this house. But he's alive! Oh my God, I've never been so happy for a fake out. That was the most intense thing I've ever read. I don't know what to say. You're telling me Mac died from Peyton's stabber, and his last words were trying to say, "See you in the sky," to Peyton. When I said I needed more Mac in this, that is not what I meant. And now I feel like an idiot. Goodbye. Okay, I've been sitting here binging this because how can I put it down? And so much has happened. One, Kai buried Mac. So many thoughts but no words. Okay, and then it's the wedding day. I was gonna be like, I was gonna stop at the wedding day and then like give you guys an update, but I just could not, and I just binged it all. Callum, I don't know what to say. So much has happened and I have no idea what to say about it. What do you mean, Callum's? Huh? Okay, listen. This is no longer a spoiler-free review, or is this even a review? Whatever. Their wedding day. Kit and Peyton are half siblings, and they killed Callum. Callum is Peyton's father. My brain is not comprehending, okay? But what do you mean there's half siblings? And why is no one else stressed about this? Like, why am I the only one thinking about this right now? Like, you guys are married and you just find out they're half siblings. Excuse me? What am I reading? My camera's running out of battery, but I'm dying laughing here because Kai's reaction to finding out they're half siblings is just made up for everything. All the pain this book has put me through, his reaction just made up for literally everything. I mean, he's not wrong. They can't be married anymore. This is getting weird. Bye. Okay, mini rant because I have to leave, but this book is making me really mad, so I just need to talk about it. Because what do you mean they're playing along to the marriage fiasco? You guys just found out that you are half siblings like 20 minutes after your wedding. What is happening right now? And why is Kai still jealous? I am so confused. What do you mean pretend to be married? I feel like I'm reading Colleen Hoover. That's all I have to say about that. Okay? And this is really making me mad. And I'm leaving. Goodbye. Okay, Kit's starting to scare me now. Okay, seriously starting to sound deranged. This is concerning. Why do I feel like there's another plot twist happening? There's already been way too many plot twists, okay? Let's leave it at that. Okay, guys, we're walking in. I'm stressed. What is happening? Oh my god. What do you mean? What do you mean? You guys, what is that? Hello? What is happening? What do you mean, Kit knew? What do you mean? I feel so betrayed right now. So much just happened, and I don't really know how to talk about it or what to say about it because I can't process what I just read. But Kit is evil. He attacked Peyton. Kai fought Kit. Kai killed Kit. I can't tell if this is just like another illusion dream thing. You are not telling me that Kai Azer killed Kit Azer. Like, I know that's the whole thing, that they've been sparring their whole lives and they know each other's moves and stuff and how to dodge and stuff. And then Kit lost himself and he forgot the moves and forgot to dodge. It's a whole thing, okay? Anyway, also the parallel of Peyton running into the room with the healer just a few seconds too late to save Kit, and then a while earlier, the same day, might I add, Kai running into the ballroom or whatever just a few seconds too late to stop the wedding. Brutal. I'm not ready. This has like less than 100 pages left. What else is there? Because no. Also the fact that they kept calling each other husband and wife is gross. Truly disgusting. That's all I have to say for now. So, I may or may not have stayed up all night and finished it. Not the whole series. I don't know why this isn't here. I finished this last night. I'm so sorry. Did that blow out the mic? I just smacked the books. And I did it again. Stop smacking the books right in front of the mic. You know what? I'm just gonna put these away. Okay, where do I even begin talking about this? Because I could rant about this book forever. I could rant about this whole series forever, but I'm not going to because this video is already way too long. I do not know how much footage I have, but probably way too much. But this definitely got me out of the reading slump, and I'm so happy about that because this is a almost 600 page fantasy book, which was not the best idea to get out of a reading slump, but you know what, it is my favorite series. So with that, a few things that I do want to talk about in this is the final chapter, the 5 years later, because of course they have a daughter named Kit, of course, which is so adorable, and I think I died a little bit reading that final chapter, but it's fine. The prologue, like I said earlier in the video, I got fearful way before I even read this, okay? And I thought this was some sort of new love story of a new character with Kit. And after reading that epilogue, I'm so curious now. And I have to start reading this now. Because if you don't know, which, why are you watching this? There's so many spoilers. Because I found out after reading the epilogue of this book focuses on Kit and Mara, who is death personified. The concept of that alone, I am so invested and so intrigued by this. I want to read it right now. Also, Kit's death scene in this, I was doing fine, okay? I was getting through it. As I am reading this, my brain decides to play the finale of Supernatural in my head, and that made it so much worse. And this book focuses a lot more on Kit, which honestly, I was here for Kai and Peyton, but this got me so much more invested in Kit's story. Like, I'm so excited to read this right now. It's so interesting, and it's making me want to reread these three. No, well, this isn't about Kit, but it's making me want to reread the first two again because it's so interesting. Because in the first one, it's just like a sweet, innocent little prince, whatever, who's getting betrayed by a girl who just met, by a girl who he just met but he trusts. Okay, more of a side character. And then in this, it's like the newly crowned king gone mad. It's like this. It's just like this impending. What's Kid gonna do? He's losing his mind and all that, and he's more scarier in this. And then in this, he starts getting more of his humanity back, and starts being kind of nice to Peyton again. Everyone still thinks he's losing his mind. King's gone mad. What is he planning and all that? But maybe he's coming back, or maybe he just cares for his brother too much. And then, bam! It's a ploy. He's poisoning the kingdom and all the neighboring kingdoms. And all the neighboring kingdoms. He's trying to be better than his father as a king, but he's so much worse. And then he dies. Clearly, I am very excited to read Fearful, so let's get into that. Although, side note, every time I think about death being personified as a person, all I can think about is Supernatural. Well, I just had to, okay? Last Supernatural reference in this video, I swear. Alright, it is the next day, and you guys remember when I said I was really excited to read this? Well, I finished it in one sitting last night, which isn't hard to do for a 200-page book, but like, maybe that was not the best idea considering how dark it was. I mean, I did not it's the Powerless series. I did not expect it to be like this. I watched like the Lauren Roberts interviews and stuff, and she said it was a different kind of writing, which it definitely was, but I was not expecting it to be that dark. But like, come on, one of the main characters is dying and the other one literally is death. So of course it was going to be dark. It was so grim. Now, as for the review of sorts, I really enjoyed this book. It was really easy to take in and just read all in one sitting. It was not complicated, and I do love Mara as a character. Terrifying at the end, but I do love her as a character. But it just felt like it just left me with an uneasy feeling, kind of like watching Dead Poets Society, if you know, you know, which is one of my favorite movies. So I don't even know, man. And the kid aspect of it. It also gave me the same feeling, like the same icky, gross, uneasy feeling as watching Revenge of the Sith. Like, just, it felt like watching Anakin turn into Vader all over again. Also, I was listening to the audiobook at the end, and I was not expecting it ended, and I was like, okay, there's the end of that, I guess. And then it just gave me an audio exclusive chapter, which I did not know about, but it was very exciting. It was a letter from Kai, and that was very exciting, okay? Because I did very much miss Kai and Peyton in this book. And the letter he wrote for his daughter, Kit, that was so adorable. Speaking of Kai and Peyton, who were absent mostly from this book, they had somewhat of a replacement. Well, not really a replacement, but my favorite part about this were the Blair and Lenny scenes. Never did I expect to say that. Like, imagine, my favorite were the Blair and Lenny scenes. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Blair and Lenny? No. But they were so unexpected. And of course in Fearless, we saw them like getting close and stuff, because they were literally living together like 24/7. And we saw them getting close, but I didn't expect it to be that deep. And they're literally, read this. I swear to God, guys, don't want to read this for Mara and Ken. Read this for Blair and Lenny, because that was so cute. And their little bakery at the end. Doing good. And even though it was ending, I was really sad when Lenny told Peyton that he was going to leave Ilya in this one. And I really didn't expect it to be for Blair. Like, they just run off to Tando and they get a little bakery. They still live their life away from all the elite and ordinary stuff. I just hit the mic. Now, as a series on its whole, it is still definitely a 6-star series, because it deserves more than 5 stars, okay? It is definitely a 6-star series for me. I'm obsessed with these books. These are all 6 stars, okay? All of them. This one, 4 stars, purely because of how dark it got. Like, it was not that dark during it, but at the end, it just made me very uneasy. But it was a really good book, so 4 stars. And that concludes this video and the Powerless series. This is really hard for me to hold now. Also, what is wrong with Fearless? Why is it green? No one will ever know. But I don't know what to say. It's still my favorite series. I don't know what we expected. But that is it for this video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! It fell.